Hey everyone, we are back. Sorry for such a long delay between COVID-19 and just spring on a farm. We have been really busy around here. But last time I did a video, I promised you that we would work on firewood totes, so that's what we are going to do tonight. The only thing aside from your feed bag and your thread and your machine you're going to need is a piece of either cardstock or card paper or even just regular paper. The only real reason I use this is I use this as a guideline for the base of the firewood tote. It makes it look pretty when it's on a hanger for display at a market, but it doesn't really do anything as far as helping to carry the firewood. It's just a guide. So to get started, we have our feed bag that's washed. It's inside out. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut these edges on both sides. So this bag, I've already cut one off, and I'll show you what I mean. Oops, sorry. This is the front of the bag. There was another, what would have been the side of the bag here that I've cut off. This is the other side of the bag. Here's one, kind of difficult to tell. There's one seam, there's the other. We're going to cut it here, and then we're going to cut it again, oops, right here. And then that's the back of the bag. So I have cut it apart, and now you can get that visual of what I was referring to. Just that. So for now, we're going to set the front of the bag and the back of the bag aside. And we're going to work on the two sides. And what we are making right now is the handles for the firewood tote. So I've already made one. And see how this naturally folds in half? That was the natural crease to the feed bag. We're going to take that crease and we're going to fold it the opposite way. So I folded it the opposite way, and then you're going to take it and fold the edge into the middle. And you're going to do that on both sides. And once you have it folded in on both sides, so it'll look like this. Oops. Kind of difficult to do this one-handed. So it'll look like this, and now we're going to stitch our handle. When you're stitching your handle, you're going to do a line on this side. First, you're going to do the opened side. And the easiest way to do it is to line up the edge of your pressure foot with the edge of the handle. When you're done, it'll look like this. It's a little uneven, sorry. But you line up your presser foot with the edge of this, and then when you go back to the other side, you're going to do the exact same thing, lining up on that edge. That way you have two lines of stitching on this. Once you have both handles done, you're going to set them aside for now. You're going to come back to the back of your bag, the front of your feed bag, and your piece of cardstock. Easiest way for me to do this is I have this table. Now it's up to you. Personally, I like the whole front picture of this bag. So this will be what you see the most on this particular project. So lay that one face down first. Okay, there's the top of the bag. Here's the bottom of the bag. You're going to lay this cardstock piece about as center as you can get it. At this point, when you cut the bottom of the bag off, sometimes it's not even. If it wasn't stitched even, you can go ahead and straighten this out, which is what I'm going to do right now. Straighten it out on the front and the back of the bag both. Okay, I've straightened out the edges of both bags. So I have the front of the bag laid down first, face down. I have the piece of cardstock in the middle. And then I laid this so it's a little bit over where the cardstock is. So what we're going to do next is we are going to stitch along this edge here and here. You can take your, once you have your idea placement, you can use pins if you want. I don't usually use pins, as I'm sure you've heard in my other videos. You can pin it and take your cardstock out while you're sewing. Once you've got that all stitched together, you kind of have a pocket, in essence. I'm going to slide your cardstock back into the pocket and stitch it shut. Once you have that stitched, so now that's all done, we're going to finish off these edges. You're going to roll about a 1/2 inch or so under. For this particular bag, that seam for the original feed bag is there, so I just roll up to that because it's too difficult to fold that. You're going to stitch that down, excuse me, all the way to the other end, and then you're going to do the exact same on the other side. Once you have stitched both sides down, you're going to come back to the top. And this perforated line from the original seam of the bag is usually a good guide. It's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch down on most bags. So you're going to fold that all the way across. Okay. And then you're going to fold it one more time. Once you've creased it on this end, you can go ahead and make it easier on yourself. And do it on this end as well. Once you're done creasing both ends, you're going to go ahead and stitch it down along that edge. Again, using the edge of your presser foot to line up to the edge of the fold. You're going to do the same thing at the top here on both edges. Okay, once both ends are stitched, there's here and here. Now we are ready to place our handles. At this point, I need to tell you it is really important to make sure that your handles are equal length. So line it up here. And mine are not, so I'm going to trim off the longer one. When we're placing the handles, this will probably be one of the only times you see me use pins. I usually do it, and it's kind of difficult to tell with the video. It's usually approximately 3 to 4 inches down from the top is where I set the handle, and then I'll do the same on the other side. Once I have the first end of the handle pinned in place, I'm going to go ahead and stitch this. For me, it is much easier to do it without this one attached yet. You are going to stitch here, follow that line up, stitch there, follow that line down, and then we're going to make an X in the middle to reinforce the stitching, because carrying firewood can be pretty strenuous on the bag. First side of the first handle is stitched down. Now you can see the X that I was talking about. So you're going to fold the handle over and place it so that it's or even with this end. So your first handle is on, and you're going to use this as a guide to attach your handle the same way on the back. Almost there, last part of the handle to put on. And there we have it, a firewood tote. You can use it to haul firewood if you have a wood burning stove, or if you're out camping and you have firewood for your campfire. And then, because it's out of feed bags, if it gets really dirty or whatever, hose it off, let it dry out. Now we gotta put our tag on it. Our tag is on, and there we are. A firewood tote. Thank you everybody for watching. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram under Howling Moon Farm. In the next week or two, we should have our website so you can order our feed bag items for yourself. And come out and say hi next time when we are going to make a beach tote. Thanks.